Welcome into today's video. Today, you guys, we are testing all of the new drugstore releases. Pretty excited. I picked up 21 different new releases. January is usually the time of year where we see a ton of new releases, and there were some pretty exciting things and an extension to some of the things we saw drop last year. I figure today we'll do a little bit of a haul, mostly a try on, and we're gonna do a wear test on the one complexion product that I picked up. So we've got stuff dropped from Winky Lux, we have stuff dropped from Essence, Flower Beauty, Makeup Revolution, and then one thing from LA Girl that I picked up. So let's hop right into it. It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sitting here just yawning like repeatedly. Woo! I gotta wake up. So I figured we'd go over the stuff that I hauled that I'm not gonna try on today, but I'm gonna try the rest of it on. There's only 4 things that I'm not gonna put on today. The first thing that I picked up was the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I never tried the original. Maybe I did, like when it very first launched. Yeah, I did, and I did not like it. It didn't work for me. I had really dry skin back then, but I have much more combo to oily skin these days, so I thought this would be really good. Plus, I like the idea of it being liquid as opposed to, like, you know, a potted product. And then AF94 is the more affordable line of About Face that came into Ulta just recently. And I've seen it in Walmart before, but I haven't looked at every single product. Plus the stock at Walmart isn't the greatest. Sometimes a lot of stuff is out where the display is just kind of a mess. So I was able to see everything that they had on Ulta's website and kind of look at the shade ranges of AF94, and there was a lot of stuff that like piqued my interest. So I picked up one of the liquid marble shadows. It's called the Swirled Liquid Marble Eyeshadow, and this one is in Bewitched. It just looks really fun. I'm really into like single shadows at the current moment, so I thought I would give this a shot. Those are the only 2 things that aren't new releases. Everything else, you guys, is new, including the Winks from Ardell is the half and half pre-cut lashes, and I've been needing to stock up. I generally like to get lashes when they're on sale, but these look pretty good. And then the new Natural Effortless Minimal look in the wispy style from Kiss. And I think I did a decent job because sometimes I get them and they're just much bigger when you get them as opposed to like the way they look online. So, okay, here is tucked behind the ears. Let's get into the try on of some of the new products. So the first one is from LA Girl, which I think is a dupe to the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the Blurring Putty Primer. There's a lot of dupes in this video. I mean, drugstore is just really kind of coming after other brands. I mean, there's some dupes of affordable stuff in here as well. It's supposed to blur, mattify, and extends and improves makeup. Creamy texture blurs and smooths pores. It is in translucent. Comes with like a little insert that just comes in the one shade. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. This is so much softer than the one from e.l.f. It's like super duper creamy. I just dug my finger in and made a little bit of a mess there. I think I'm just gonna like target it in the T-zone. I'm gonna let this sit while we mess around with some of the other stuff just to give this time to really sink in. This is so much creamier than the e.l.f. I don't think it's blurring my pores any. It would be lovely if it locked down my makeup. And I think I have a good test today because I have a new foundation. It's the Skin Silk from Makeup Revolution. It's a luminous serum foundation, which generally on me, I'll get super oily in the T-zone. So this particular primer might help. Okay, I just had to take a phone call. So this has had time to sit there. Like, it doesn't look like it's blurring my pores. In fact, it feels like hydrating, not mattifying. So we'll see how it lasts. I picked up a couple of eye products. I wanted to test out one of the eyeshadow sticks from Essence. I've just been really into eyeshadow sticks right now. This one is in the shade Full of Beans. I did swatch one of these Essence eye products and it's still here. We'll go over that one in a second. This one looks really pretty, super creamy. This is sharpenable. It's supposed to be like a liner and an eyeshadow stick. It's just super duper creamy. It's super affordable, so it would be great if this was like a really nice affordable shadow stick. I feel like I'm just gonna do this like all over. I feel like I just want like a super simple eye look today. Wow, I feel like that blended out super easily with just a finger. Well, I feel like it blends out easily with the finger. I don't think it builds the greatest though. I feel like it definitely looks patchy in a couple of areas. Probably something I'm gonna have to like keep playing with. If it's not buildable, I think it's okay. So long as I can like, you know, get what I want out of it before it like dries down, because this really has a decent dry down to it. It starts feeling pretty tacky. And then once it really locks down, like it's not moving. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I also have another dupe product, like Essence coming after Danessa Myricks with this one. This is the Multi-Chrome Flakes eyeshadow topper. The bottle is even identical to the ones that Danessa Myricks has. I do have these chrome flakes. So here's the one from Essence, and here's the one from Danessa. Like, you genuinely can't even tell these apart. They're like identical sizes too. I did open this, and like the biggest difference in here is like, this is like jelly. It starts to like move around as you kind of tip the product, where Danessa's, it's a thicker consistency. It doesn't move around in there. So I'm immediately like, uh-oh, Essence. And Danessa's has like a stopper inside of it. So you can kind of keep these products a little bit wet, but Essence's is like foil. And in the directions it says like, keep the stopper with it. Like, that's not really a stopper, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is. Yeah, I don't know. So this like is straight up wet. Like, it's just wet. Ew. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I mean, Essence will make a dupe, but they're not always, you know, great. Yeah, like Danessa's, you pack on, they're basically dry. I don't know, these are like much chunkier. Ooh, it's just like soaking wet. It's gross. Ooh, the consistency of this is absolutely grossing me out. Oh, it's just like pulling up the eyeshadow stick. Like, the color is coming off of my eye because this is so disgustingly wet. Can you guys like see that? Did it over here too. Ugh. These are a hard no. These are a hard no for me. No, 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 no. It is such a shame because I really like the Danessa ones. Oh, these are an absolute hard no. No, ma'am. Okay, that just absolutely came off. That was not gonna stay on, that patchy, weird nonsense. I do have a ton of different lip products. I got all of this right here. So let's start working on some of these. I want to put this one on. It's the Juicy Balm lip gloss from Essence. I feel like they're kind of duping the ones from Lancome. This is the shiny lip gloss in the shade Bouncy Bubblegum. This one looks shimmery. This is a Tote lip gloss right here. Oh, it tastes fruity. Pretty high shine. Yeah, that's a throw in your bag lip gloss right there. That's really nice. And then Essence making another dupe. I'm sure they're coming after Clarins with this one. This is the Hydra Kiss lip oil. This one is in the shade Pink Champagne. Large doe foot applicator, just like the ones from Clarins. I do not love the smell on this. This one says a 24-month shelf life, where this one just says 6. This is pretty equivalent to the Clarins lip oil. Like, it's pretty thick, but it's not sticky. This is pretty high shine. I like this. I like it. I like both of these from Essence. Let's try on the next one that I got that is a lip oil. This is the Flower Petal lip oil from Winky Lux. I usually like Winky Lux just because of their freaking packaging, because it's just so darn cute, but I feel like I should know better than to try these like flowered ones, because sometimes they taste like flower. They're no good. This is the smallest little doe foot applicator. Oh, good. It smells like vanilla, tastes like vanilla. It's also very nice. Not sticky at all. This one is not as thick as the one from Essence. This one feels like it would last a little bit longer. This one is a much thinner formula. So I feel like they're both nice, actually. I think it's just kind of a preference thing. This one, the vanilla in it is so much more pleasant. This one has like a fruity scent, but it's not like anything I can detect, you know, it's not like strawberry or anything. This one just says Pink Champagne. So it has like a sweet scent to it. I just don't know what the scent is. Then I got 2 glosses from Flower Beauty. I picked up 2 different shades. It's her Gloss Crush Lip Serum, and I have the more pinky one in Pink Crush, and then Fuchsia Crush. All right, pretty simple. And then the last thing that I picked up was the lip pout, the pout tint from Makeup Revolution in the shade Mad About Mauve. Let's try this fuchsia one on from Flower Beauty. Big doe foot applicator. The tint is like really slight. It's not overdone or anything. It's not intense pigmentation. It's nice. Like, it feels like the Milk Odyssey glosses, which are like a hybrid between a lip oil and a lip gloss. That's what this feels like. Very, very similar to that. I really like the shade. Like, I like how muted it is. Let's check out this pink one. I hope this one isn't too light for me. Generally, ones that are like this light kind of wash my lips out. Oh, that one's basically kind of like sheer. So far, just upon first application, I really like those. I'm tempted to like not put this shadow stick back on. Ooh, you know what? I tried it. I'm gonna try this one from AF94, even though it's not new. It's the Swirled Liquid Marble Eyeshadow, and this one is in Bewitched. I wanna try this one instead. That one is such better quality. I don't know, I'll have to keep testing the eyeshadow sticks from Essence, but it was not layering on itself very well. I don't like when they don't layer well. I liked the way that it dried down. I'll just have to keep playing with it. This particular eyeshadow has a little bit of shimmer to it. The only problem I usually have with About Face eye products is that they're not like super hooded eye friendly. They tend to kind of lift on themselves, like once they touch each other, when they hit my crease. That I don't usually love. Picked up 2 more eye products, one from Flower Beauty. It's the Black and Bronze. So she came out with a bunch of these in different colors, and they're duo eyeliners. Cream and Chrome Eyeliner Duo. So on one side it has a bronze and the other side is a black. This is like the pencil, like wooden pencil kind. This one's like a shimmery bronze, and this looks like a fully matte black. That's actually kind of a nice pairing. So I imagine they're meant to be smoked out. That's really pretty for like a smoked out kind of look. And then finally for the eyes, I picked up the Super Fine Liner Pen from Essence. This is just in the shade Black. I did swatch this and it does such a precise tip. Let me show you guys. Like, you can go super small. Like, this is one of the most precise tips that I have. And you guys, it dries like instantly. Look at this one. Fully waterproof, so fast drying, super matte black. This might be one of my new favorite eyeliners. Oh, that is the most precise line I've ever drawn, literally ever. Genuinely the most fine line I've ever drawn on an eyeliner ever. Yeah, this is gonna become one of my new favorites. This is literally the finest tip. You guys, this is so, so good. This is knocking my socks off so far. I like the eyeshadow. It's a little bit textured, you know, how some liquids are that way. But overall, I do really like it. Like, I like the shimmer. I'm gonna throw this on, the Pout Tint from Makeup Revolution in Mad About Mauve. I swatched it on the back of my hand and it tinted very slightly. It wasn't a heavy tint. Kind of tastes a little fruity. I'm not sure what the fruity is. I'm not gonna leave this color on, but I thought I would throw it on just to do the try on and leave it on for a second because I want to go into the next product that I picked up. This is the Lash Without Limits Extreme Lengthening and Volume Mascara from Essence. I have been trying another one of their mascaras, the I Am Crazy Volume Mascara. I'm still testing that out, but I have basically kind of given up on the Lash Princess at this point just for the transfer. This one kind of looks like the Maybelline Sky High wand. I don't know if it's supposed to be curved like this, but it came out of the tube like that. I'm imagining not. This feels like a tackier formula. You can really see it just gripping the lashes. I like that. So far, I actually really like this formula. It definitely has good pigmentation to it. It's definitely giving me length. I don't know if it's giving me the most crazy volume, but it's not bad volume though. And because it's kind of gripping the lashes and it's a smaller wand, it's not like chunky, it's separating the lashes nicely. So I don't know if I call this one coat. I mean, my one coat is just me kind of applying it over and over again. I like this. I like this. I'd say it gives like really good length actually. Again, just like really grips the lashes. Love that. This really appears to be kind of like a buildable formula too. All right, Essence. I think you did a decent job. I think I really like this. I think again, it's more lengthening than volumizing, but it's not giving me like this chunky, clumpy effect. I love this wand style because it's just really easy to get close to the lash line, get like straight to the root and just work your way up. You don't have to worry about like clocking yourself in the eye or anything. So far I really like this. So this lip product, really comfortable. It smells really good. You know, it tastes good. I really like this color too. Well, I think it's like a more fuchsia color than it is like a mauve, but it's really pretty and it's very, very comfortable. And there is the tint. And you guys saw how long I had it on. Like, it's just a slight tint. It's not overdone, but it has a gloss on top of it. So it's nice. Like, I imagine it's like this glossy finish for a while. And then as it like fades, it's this very slight tint. Surprisingly, like every lip product I like today. I think we're gonna get to the fun stuff next. So I wanna go into the Skin Silk from Makeup Revolution. I do have one foundation from them that I've really enjoyed, but it's from the Relove line. It's not necessarily from their normal line. I'm not even sure I've ever tried another Makeup Revolution foundation before. So this retails for $14. It has 2.8 stars on Ulta's website right now with 4 reviews. Uh-oh. I always get curious when I see this and I have to go like immediately read the reviews. One person gave it 5 stars, one person gave it 4 stars, and 2 people gave it 1 star. One person said, disgusted, hot. The shade range is actually laughable, so black brown people only get 5 shades to choose from, and the rest, 15 shades for light-skinned folk. Makeup Revolution, you got lots of work to do. And then someone else said, the shade range is so embarrassing. Okay, so those are more about shade range, which I definitely get. And then someone else said, I think I like it, so I understand the inclusivity in this foundation, it's ridiculous. However, I think it performs pretty well. I applied with fingers, then sponge on top of a silicone base primer, and it's doing well. About 6 hours so far later. Also, it would help if there was a description of the color with undertone to make it easier for people to choose their shade. Someone else just wrote, great foundation, like shade match is fantastic. Yeah. So it is true on Ulta's website, like a lot of times they don't like show you what the undertones are. I have mine in the shade F4. The ones on Ulta's website in the 2 deepest shades are currently sold out. So this is 0.77 fluid ounces. It's supposed to be soft as silk, light as air, powered by skincare, Makeup Revolution's first ever light to medium coverage skin loving serum foundation, enriched with hyaluronic and peptide complex to plump and hydrate your complexion. Lightweight, breathable foundation, yeah, for light to medium coverage. So super hydrating, peptides to boost collagen. Does not talk about being very long lasting. I wouldn't imagine it would with a serum foundation. It is a glass bottle. It is made in Taiwan and I cannot see a shelf life on here anywhere. Anytime they don't have like a shelf life listed, I always assume, 12 months. Is this a twist? What's going on? Oh, okay. There is a pump here. I always like to like test the oh, that's like water. That's like straight water. And that's kind of a deep shade. That just like gives me luminosity, but it's like almost a powdery finish, you guys. It's not sticky. This is kind of an interesting texture. I'm going to apply it with, I feel like you could just blend this in with your fingers. You probably can. This is so lightweight. Wow. It kind of has a perfumey scent though. I'm gonna take the rest with a sponge and bounce it in. It's pretty skin-like. I kind of wasn't expecting this. You know what this reminds me of? And don't come for me, this is just what it reminds me of. What's starting to go kind of viral right now is the Laura Mercier Weightless Perfecting Foundation, and I've had that since it launched. I did a dedicated video on it when it first launched. I also retested it in my collection pretty recently. I feel like Glamzilla posted about it on, I'm not really sure where she posted it, but I definitely saw it. Was it Instagram? I don't think it was TikTok. It might have been Instagram. Could have been a YouTube short. I'm not even sure. But she was like applying it and it looked super beautiful on her skin. And I was like, yeah, I've loved this foundation for like over a year now. It's so interesting watching things go viral, quite honestly. I bet you guys feel the same way. Like watching YouTube in slow motion. I feel like a lot of people like things and they don't go viral, of course, until like someone on social media who's like super popular starts talking about like an older product and it's like a trend, it just picks up and it takes off. But there's a lot of people out there who have like loved that product for a while. It's interesting how like one person can propel a product that normal consumers who don't have channels or aren't on social media have loved something for a while. Or like as soon as they first launched, It's like, oh, you just now found this 6 years later? I do have to say, like, the shade range is definitely atrocious, you guys. If you have a deeper complexion and you watch my channel, and there are viewers out there that do have a deeper complexion that are subscribers on my channel, there's 2 deep shades is basically what it looks like with this foundation. But I have to say, you guys, it does remind me of the Laura Mercier Flawless Perfecting Foundation. I think I'm saying it right. Weightless is in there somewhere. It just reminds me so much of it. It has like this powdery finish. It's really pretty and like skin-like on the skin. If you can get over the absolutely disgusting shade range, I think it's really nice. We're gonna do a wear test, so I'll show you guys what it looks like close up, but boy, it just melts into the skin. It's that powder finish in a liquid form. I kind of like that. I have another one from the drugstore from W7 that is a liquid to powder finish and I really enjoy it. All right, gotta throw on some concealer. Don't have a new concealer. Going for one of my faves. I'm going for the LYS Triple Fix Concealer. Also do not have a new bronzer. I've been enjoying this. I've just kept this on my desk and been using it like crazy. It's the Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is the one that launched last January when all the rest of the drugstore releases were coming out. I just think it's so beautiful and I just love the smell of it too. So I've just been putting it like literally on the back of my hand and taking this like super fluffy brush and just like bronzing everywhere, basically. You do not need a ton of product, but I almost feel like I've gone in pretty heavy with this and just given myself like this really nice bronzy glow, and it doesn't look bad. It's more like a summertime vibe, honestly, but I don't know. I've just been wearing it like crazy lately and really enjoying it. It's like a little drink for your face. You barely touch any product. Like you really don't need that much. The only thing is it like has this pretty big hole. So I feel like a lot of products comes out unintentionally. This is honestly my favorite product from Physicians Formula right now. They had some decent releases from their 2024 collection, but if you want to talk about atrocious, I had to say that 3 different times. Shade ranges, Physicians Formula like takes the cake, you know? They didn't have like a single deep shade, I think, in the new skin tint that they launched. I liked it, but I feel like it was basically all light shades. This one for Makeup Revolution, I feel like is more inclusive with their 2 deep shades. Now onto the fun stuff, you guys. Blush, 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 blush. Winky Lux dropped 2 of these little delightfuls. I told you guys, one of the things I love about Winky Lux is that they come out with these really cute packaging. Oh, it gets me every time. But honestly, I think a lot of their products are pretty decent quality. These are the Cheeky Rose Liquid Sculpt. Did I buy a freaking bronzer? I think I bought a freaking bronzer. This one is in Amalfi. What was I thinking? I thought these were 2 blushes. Ooh, buildable gel cream bronzer. Gosh darn it. I'm so mad at myself. I literally, what is my deal? It's the kind that we've seen like from She Glam. Who else had one like this? I think Makeup Revolution even had one. This is a pretty orange shade. I really like this like liquidy formula, but look how opaque it is. It's not streaky. You know what? I'm going for it. I'm just gonna do some dabby doos on the forehead because I feel like I went pretty light. Let's just bounce her in. Oh, well, let's brush her in, I guess. Pretty easy. Yes. This is so cute. Oh, I'm so glad that I tested it. This bottom is plastic. It kind of looks like a frosted glass, but it isn't. This was a super easy applicator. It was really nice. It was really, really nice. But I also got these beauties, and this is an extension for Flower Beauty because of course she came out with the contour wands, duping Charlotte Tilbury, and the highlighting wands last year. And while Tarte came for Charlotte with all 3, Flower Beauty didn't drop any blushes. So she came out with some blushes, and I'm really excited about this. I picked up 2 shades, Toasty and Cheeky. Don't these look absolutely delightful? These look so good. So what shade do I have in the blush? It's called Noble. I want to say we can put both of these on because they're so similar in color, so we can test both of the formulas, even though I've just tested the bronzer. But yeah, these are just cute. Cute, cute, cute. My little notes about the Flower Beauty contour one is that I loved it. I don't think that it held up very well. The highlighter, that didn't blend in good. That went into my like worst of beauty for 2022. We are in 2024, you guys, and blush is still my favorite product to test out. I still don't think that's gonna change. I don't know, Flower Beauties, it just seemed to like kind of malfunction on me. This one is in Cheeky. Oh, so, so pretty. In terms of the contour, I just feel like Charlotte's was just better, I don't know, constructed, quite honestly. What ended up happening is that it started to like pop out of the seams down here where Charlotte's, which is older, didn't do that. Ooh, you guys, that's like a straight up terracotta shade. I mean, it would match the eye look, I guess, right? We're gonna terracotta it today. That's what's gonna happen. Take my brush, just blend it out. Flower Beauty, that's gorgeous. You guys, that's really pretty. There's no shimmer to this. This looks completely matte. These don't come with a box or anything. They're literally just sold like this, but I absolutely assume this is just matte. It doesn't have any sheen to it. The e.l.f. ones had sheen. The Tarte ones had sheen. Obviously, they're going after the Beauty Light ones that have a lot of sheen to them, a lot of metallicness. This is a fully matte finish. This is gorgeous. That one, did I do one or two dots? Blended out perfectly. That is absolutely stunning. This is honestly such a good shade. I think Flower Beauty does a really good job with their shade ranges, especially like in the blushes. I feel like she has some really interesting like toasty shades. That was absolutely stunning. Super easy to blend out. Totally matte finish. Gorgeous. But it is absolutely not going to match this. These two would have matched. Let's put these side by side. Well, we already know the Winky Lux is gorgeous and super easy to blend in. The shade that I have is Cheeky Rose in the Winky Lux. And I swatched this one already from Flower. They're a little bit different. You can see this one has like more pink in it. This is more, has like a bit more warmth to it. They're both in the same. This is Cheeky from Flower Beauty and this is Cheeky Rose. I think they're both a matte finish though. I mean, this just excited me. The way that this just applied so easily, I could see myself really enjoying. I think with the Charlotte Tilbury matte blush wands, I want to say those were kind of like a hit or miss for people. Like people were like, you know, it's okay. I happen to be someone who thoroughly enjoyed the matte blush wands. They were really easy to blend in. I liked that they didn't emphasize any texture. I thought it was a great addition to Charlotte's line. You guys, these 2 dots, I feel like it's just like the perfect amount for a nice flush on the cheeks. This is such a beautiful formula. Because I have like a copper eye look on, I'm just gonna throw the Winky Lux lip oil back on, the one that is in Flower Petal, because there's no real shade here. That is so pleasant. That vanilla scent is just absolutely delightful. I honestly feel like this was such a successful try on, you guys. I liked so many things, but let's do a roundup before I go about the wear test. I'm sure this video is on the longer side. Let's start off at the beginning, you guys. The blurring primer from LA Girl, it didn't blur anything. Like right away, I looked exactly the same. I didn't notice any filling in of my pores or blurring of my pores in any way. And because it was such a like creamy formula, you know, like so creamy, which I actually kind of like as opposed to the e.l.f. one that was just a lot harder. I kind of feel like this one gave me a ton of moisture and slip. I didn't feel mattified. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the Essence eye stick. I just did not like the way that it layered on top of itself. Again, I'll have to keep testing this. It's just not like initially something that was like super easy to work with, you know? So it might be one of those things that I end up coming to love. It wasn't like the easy application that I was looking for. I really liked both of these eye products though. The one from Flower Beauty, great to smoke out. I like that it's dual ended. And while these are made for smoking out, it's nice because I genuinely will never eat through like a whole pencil. I mean, I know there are people out there that will. I just typically don't. And so having kind of a dual product like this, I just think is really fun and nice. I thought this was good for what it was. This, I told you guys, best precision tip I've ever used, ever. And this dries like instantly and it's a fully matte finish, which I personally like. And quite honestly, you guys, I loved every single one of these lip products. I really did. I didn't need 6, but I got them nonetheless. I thought they were all very good. Probably my least favorite have to be the Gloss Crushes from Flower Beauty. They were just all right. This Essence Multi-Chrome Flakes, you guys, these were absolutely worthless. These are so watery and gross, and why do I still have them on my hand? No. They have a time and a place, you know, but the Danessa ones are so much better. Really enjoyed this mascara. It's not the most volumizing, you know? It doesn't give me the most pigment. It's not like the deepest. Like I don't see my lashes the most out of a lot of the other mascaras that I have, but the length is really good. And some of you really enjoy that. Some of you are much more into a lengthening mascara than a volumizing one. So if that's the case, extreme length, I think it does a really good job. I would say definitely check this out. It's pretty inexpensive. And then the Swirled Liquid Marble Eyeshadow from AF94 was good, but it's just textured. I like that it's affordable because I have some ones in my collection that are like this. They're, you know, $20 a piece. A Halsey, of course, like usually does a really good job in shade ranges too. So that's also a benefit for going for something from her line. It's just, yeah, it's definitely on the textured side. Finally, oh, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it, and I hate to say when I enjoy something when the shade range is absolutely atrocious because it's just super non-inclusive, and I don't know, that's never fun to talk about when you can only talk to a certain group of people. Shade that may work for me that I try on might not be what you guys love, but if I'm talking about a product that I like on my skin type, right? It has to have a decent shade range, otherwise it's like I'm talking to a select audience, and so that kind of sucks. And I've even considered staying away from testing products that just don't have a great shade range. I've considered it. I definitely have. That's not always to say that they don't expand shade ranges later and you don't know what works for what, but anyway, so far I really enjoyed that, you guys. Let's go about the wear test. I'll see you guys back here at the very end of the evening because I do show you guys what it looks like at the end of the night. But I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on my phone up close now, and then I do a check-in at 4 hours so you can see how the foundation is holding up in case you are interested in this. So I will see you guys later. Woo! It has been a day. You guys know those days where it's just like been so wild and you haven't even looked at your makeup. You're like, I have no idea what condition I'm in. It's been a day. It's been a long day. I feel like it's been a lot of long days sequentially for me in the last few weeks, but let's get on to the makeup. So the blush is still pretty much intact, pretty good color. Let me start out by showing you guys what the natural light check-in looked like. You guys can see what it looked like up close. Right after application, natural light looked pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It was so obviously like a powder finish on my face that it just felt like weightless basically. And then at the 4-hour mark, it pretty much felt the same. Like I felt as put together as I did right after application. I have a pretty oily T-zone and it's getting a little bit warmer right now. So I'm definitely getting more oily than I was when it was like 50 degrees outside. It was pretty normal, sometimes combo. But right now I'm getting a lot more dewy. That's kind of my complexion. So most things will slip off of me. And I will say that the LA blurring primer, LA Girl blurring primer, didn't really mattify. It didn't seem to like lock down the foundation any, but I have to say this Skin Silk was so beautiful. Like I loved the way that it looked. What was this? A $14 foundation? I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I feel like it's good for people with oilier complexions like myself because it's kind of that powder finish, but it wasn't heavy. It didn't dry me out. I feel like this would be great for people with dry skin. That is that on everything. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am out of here and I hope to catch y'all in the next one. Bye guys.